I think for policing generally to thrive, political goodwill is mandatory. It goes, it has a lot to funding. It has a lot to the commander-in-chief, who is responsible to ensure that the security of the buck stops with that office. Now, when we have proper funding, we have proper support or sufficient support, we have the relevant other agencies. Remember the National Security Council, it's chaired by the president. That council plays a supervisory role, meaning it can summon any of the commanders of any service, including KDF, NIS, and so on, and ask them to work together or to do ABCD. In terms of oversight in Kenya, this is our 10th year. Mm-hmm. We have had police for so many years, isn't it? Now, with a new entity checking the excesses of a service that has been in existence for so long, to be fully entrenched and be able to carry out your service or your functions properly, then you definitely need the support of other entities. In fact, even the own act that establishes IPOA recognizes the necessity to have that support. It emphasizes on support from all quarters, state and non-state actors. I'm happy to see the human rights defenders there, so that you're able to deliver because of the nature of work. The nature of work is where you're checking somebody who has never been checked at all, who has been operating, or entity that has been operating within, no checks, no confines, whatever. So I think His Excellency the President's position on this matter goes a long way in supporting what we do. I'm not actually saying that the previous regimes did not fully support, but some of these things, justice is something that you have to see it being done. It can't only be in paper. There are so many other provisions of the law that are existing that have never been implemented fully. For example, National Coroner Service Act. It has an impact in the oversight matters, the investigations that we do, the forensic labs that are there. We are relying on other entities. Yeah, we are relying on the same service that we oversight. So in essence, if we are to do proper investigation and also within the timelines that IPOA hopes that is done so that justice can be seen and done, then we are relying on the same entity that we are oversighting. Clearly, there is a challenge. So if we don't have His Excellency the President and the Cabinet Secretary responsible for Interior, for example, emphasizing on the necessity to have cooperation in carrying out these functions, then it will be impossible for us to offer meaningful oversight. Additionally, oversight is not about fault finding. Oversight is about asking you, don't go beyond this. This is what the law says. And therefore ensuring that there are checks and balances as you're carrying out your duty, so that you're not the law unto yourself. So you understand in this sector, cooperation is critical. There is no way we can have an investigation that is successful 100% without the support of the NPS. The IG has an obligation as well, because the officers we're investigating are under his command. Assuming the IG refuses or declines to give that particular officer authority to come and respond to summons. And most of these officers, they are in one station today. The next time you hear they're deployed elsewhere, or they are transferred in another place. So the only way to get hold of that particular officer who committed probably a crime or a misconduct in a certain region, the next thing you're hearing is in Lamu. How do we get hold of this officer? He cannot just desert. He has to get proper permission and authorization through the relevant chain of command to come and appear. So you see why cooperation, collaboration, partnership is critical for us to do this. Political goodwill, I think there are things I may not be able to say, but it's so critical in oversight. And actually all constitutional commissions need that, because our nature of work is that which holding other entities accountable, checking them and reporting. There is also one thing, you can keep on reporting, but those reports are not being actioned. You need the direction of the government of the day, the agenda. What is the government of the day agenda? Are they willing to have that particular matter taken to the next level, or is it one of those that is not a priority? Remember, from regime to regime, there's agendas, their manifestos, their issues keep changing. So some of them we continue, others may vary from time to time. So we think that's a very critical issue, and for us, we have seen it affecting how we worked the last 3 years or so.